Hello guys, welcome back. Today we have the new EUPHORIAS that we're gonna go check, and they're weird. I don't know what I don't know what to tell you. They're weird, especially Anna Lee. There are some parts that I don't understand why they're even there, and some other parts are like confusing as of how they're gonna work. And Mercuria is okay, I guess, but there's also a part that I'm leaves me question marking a little bit. Let's go with order. Let's go with Anna Lee. For some reason now she is impromptu. Rank 1, gain max Eureka. At the start of the turn, increase Eureka. Whenever an ally consumes Eureka, she gets inspiration. She accumulates inspiration. When entering battle, she also starts with a burst of inspiration, I guess. Now, this is another question mark part that I don't understand why it's even here. When an incantation is in the action zone, so at the top when you're about to cast the order of incantations and stuff, that panel at the top consumes as much Eureka as possible to increase the rank of the incantation. This effect prioritizes incantation in casting order. Now, if you know, and even if you don't know, regardless, impromptu doesn't really scale or gets anything from increasing the incantation of the cards that you're casting. Usually, the characters' cards don't really gain anything for impromptu inside their card when you rank them up. They rarely get incantation. They rarely get anything for impromptu itself. Impromptu scales with usually the second part of their incantation, and also that doesn't change with the ranking. It's just the same amount, and also scales with the average stats of your team. So it would have made more sense, in my opinion, if Anna Lee in this part decided to just use Eureka every turn to buff everybody's attack or something. Something that actually helped impromptu scale. However, maybe there is something that they're trying to do, and we don't know that. Maybe they have like a future plan for impromptu. Maybe they will rework it. Maybe they will buff it. Maybe they give a euphoria to impromptu. I don't know. Maybe they will make it scale one day. I don't know. So that's a question mark. I don't know why it's there. You don't really get damage from ranking up incantation on the impromptu characters. You get most of the damage. 99% damage is from the impromptu entity shooting, and you buff it with your cards. Moving on, when an ally or enemy enters battle, conjure a wandering spirit next to them. So you're going to have a bunch of ghosts around. I don't know if you see them visually. It would be cool if you can see them visually. When entering exorcism time, catch the wandering spirit. Now, this is also a question mark. How is this going to work? Is this going to work every time? Considering this is scaling, or this is happening during exorcism time, the catching, you're not going to do it every turn. So, which means that at the start of the turn, you will not gain inspiration depending on the number of wandering spirit caught if you are in break time. Anna Lee switches between exorcism time and break time every turn. So every other turn, you're going to catch the spirit. So I guess maybe they're going to pile up during break time. And then when you exorcise them, they're going to there's a pack of them and you get way more back, I guess. Inspiration, you get a burst of inspiration every 2 turns, maybe every 1 turn. So that's rank 1. Rank 2, the second part, Taoist Rune also increases incantation might on specific attack instances of impromptu incantation for this turn, which is fine. Okay, rank 3, Lily Nectar further increases damage dealt. That was a buff that was always there, so it's going to be increasing more damage. That's okay. And rank 4, Scientific Ghostbuster, which is the ult, also grants a number of inspiration equal to a multiple of the number of wandering spirits to the impromptu incantation this turn. So she's going to give inspiration to the current impromptu incantation equal to the multiplication of the amount of spirits you caught. So I'm assuming if you do the ultimate and then after you caught 10 spirits, it's going to be times 2 or times 3. I don't know how much the multiplication is. And it's going to be 30 inspiration, which is insane, but that's probably not as much, right? So I don't know. Where the hell do you put Anna Lee? My guess would be that if you can put it instead of Barcarola or Aleph, because they give too much and they're not. She's not as close as them at all, in my opinion. The only way to put her in, slot her in, would be instead of Voyager and or Regulus, but then you lose the targeting for impromptu on the monsters, so like or your specific target. So where does she go? I don't know. I guess there, but it's kind of weird. The first part kind of makes it no worth, and we don't know how the Wandering Spirit works. Maybe the Wandering Spirit is so insane that you're gonna like get bursts of like 30, 25, 30 inspiration every time. So that like, okay, well, that makes sense because now you're going from whatever to like insane bursts of damage. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when she comes out. How she performs. Now, moving on to Mercuria. Mercuria has another question mark as her own question mark moment, which is the rank 1. I don't know why, but yeah. So first of all, let's read it. The color of the trancing universe. Rank 1. For each certain number of high rank incantation in the action zone, the same zone as before, the one at the top, Restless Soul, which is her attack, deals extra mental damage to a maximum. Okay. High rank Restless Soul, so as long as it's high rank, also gives herself Preparation Mercuria after attacking and self-gains Simplified Ritual. Now, what is Preparation Mercuria? It's like a pre-casting, like a lock-in casting Restless Soul for the next turn. So you're gonna get at the start of the turn, generate a preparation incantation Restless Soul. So you get it back if you cast it at high rank. And Simplified Ritual, which is good because do not consume AP when casting ultimate. Is gonna make your ult be free and not clog AP. So a little bit more AP friendly, so you are incentivized in using her attack a little bit more. So you get, especially a high rank, maybe before you have the ult, if you have the ult card, you're gonna get the ult. Let me do Restless Soul, and then after that I'm gonna do the ult, and I get Simplified Ritual. Right after attacking should be enough to get Simplified Ritual on the same turn. So that's okay. That's good, I guess. Rank 2, at the start of the turn, randomly increases rank of own incantation. Okay, so it's either that or the buff. Self-focusing also increases the duration of the crit rate increase buff on all allies. This is important, so that's why you wanna keep doing the buff. So you do the buff and you're getting you're extending increased duration of the crit rate increase buff on all allies. So you kind of wanna use their card a little bit more, which makes sense. The fact that you're getting Simplified Ritual because now she's a little bit more AP heavy because you wanna you're incentivizing using these. Restless Soul especially because like you're not doing damage with Mercuria. What are you doing? I mean, if you're using Mercuria most of the time, she is buffing everybody. You're not using her cards ever. You're even removing them with the tuning. So kind of weird. That's why I'm saying a question mark. I started the turn randomly increase. We read that. Rank 3, for every certain stacks of cosmic energy, Morning Star of the Night, which is the ult, deals extra damage and increases ultimate might. Okay, so she gives ultimate might from the ult as well now, and extra mental damage. Rank 4, rank up itself also gives the following effect. If the unit attacks with a high rank incantation, increases damage dealt. If the unit already has incantation might increase, further increase incantation might. If the unit already has crit damage increase, further increase crit damage. So it's a little bit extra buffs on top of everything else. But this whole like you have to cast Restless Soul to get less AP. I guess it's like something to do if you don't know what to do with her cards, and you have like, okay, I'm gonna get this and get a free alt cast. I guess that's the only coming back, because I don't know why you would ever do that, in my opinion, unless I don't know. Sure, you can heal a little bit with Restless Soul as well, but I don't know. I don't think it's something that you ever did as Mercuria, and now they're like forcing you, obviously, quote unquote, to use Restless Soul to get the Simplified Ritual, and then you get it again, so you can't even get rid of it. So I don't know. I guess it's fine, but it's because the rest is good. but the first part is like question mark as the Anan Lee one. I don't know the first. They're a little confusing. So, but that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like these? What are your thoughts about them? And yeah, just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you next time.